بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد عبدك ورسولك على المؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات. The Hazrat week, the brief of our 6 days, all the speeches of Hazrat regarding alUsr. It is from 14 to 20 our sitting, so we are going the brief description of these all sitting to benefit our English brothers, those who are following us in English. May Allah benefit us from these. Hazrat, this volume of Nizam Shari'at and its chapter is alUsr. Hazrat has given in brief in these sittings the status and the sensitivity of Prophet and the lovers of Allah Waliullah. So ordinary person can't assess the status of a Prophet and their level, and also they can't reach and they can't assess the situation of the awliyas, the lovers of Allah, in many things. Prophet, they all are being created physically as a perfect personality. Also, they are being brought in respected tribes, that nobody should feel ashamed to follow them. That we have discussed in our previous sitting. The hadith which we discussed in previous sitting was that nobody was being given a trouble so much as I was being given in humanity. So Hazrat is saying that apparently Nuh alayhi salam was beaten 950 years, and the Hazrat prophecy period was 23 years. So apparently his time period and his type of brutality which he bared was much different than Rasulullah sallam, and its period was also very less. So why it has been said that no prophet is being terrified or put in a trouble as I am being given by the kuffar. So Hazrat is giving the example of Mirza Mazhar Jani Jana Rahimahullah. This depends upon the sensitivity and the climate and the surrounding. And so Hazrat is giving the desert villager and the city living people. The desert living personnel, they are not using mostly the shoes. So their skins are very hard and tough. So even they can't feel the heat of the sand, and also the thorns they can bear very easily. Otherwise, those who are covering their feet, and when there is a little thing touching their skin, so they feel very high pain. So that is why the Prophet, their sensitivity of the soul is much purified and high level as the other. practically also. So Hazrat is giving the example of Mirza Mazhar Jane Jana, who was of our time, very near past. In his last days of his life, he has left meeting common people except his followers. He used to say that people are coming and they don't know that I can feel very pain when they enter and they are not on the levels of a Shariat, not following those special regards and respects which are given in Shariat. So I feel trouble, sometimes headache, sometimes stomach problem. And then I am forgiving them that, oh Allah, they are not knowing, so don't put them in a test or punishment. But still they are being given some punishment by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this dua is not accepted. Then hadith, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said by meaning that if somebody is giving trouble to my beloved people, Zakireen, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is looking them or attacking them as somebody is touching or misbehaving with the lions' kids. So the lions are attacking and in a harsh manner. So in that sense, if somebody is giving trouble to the beloved of Allah, he has been punished. On two occasions, it is the declaration of war from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One, those who are taking interest on the monies, sood, and other, those who are putting a bad intention and troubling the lovers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So those are being punished by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is the same thing that Hazrat is saying, that we are forgiving them, but still Allah is giving them test, exam, and they are being punished. So that is why I am not meeting with the common people. So many stories of Hazrat has quoted. One of his murid has brought his son, so that were being trained that you will be sitting in a very secluded place, not touching to the Hazrat. So he was very, in his own sense, clever, that if Hazrat is feeling pain in his head and stomach and very minor things, and what about the sons and the kids playing and shouting? So he taught them that don't go here and there, keep quiet, silent. When he came, he asked that, I have asked from you that bring your kids with you. Where are those? He said, they are sitting in that corner. I said, these are not the child. You have converted their habit as a grandfather, so they are behaving like grandfather. So with changing their habits, that was also Hazrat felt and he was not satisfied with that behavior. We will continue this thing. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen.